Hello, good morning, happy Thursday. How y'all you doing today? I'm feeling a little bit tired. Stayed up late last night. Went to a meetup in another city. It started at 7 and didn't end until 9, which usually is when I'm trying to start heading to bed so I can wake up early and do this. So I was up a little bit late. But it was really nice. It was really fun. There's a lot of really good Rust devs in this community. And I guess like they don't they come out every once in a while for the meetups, and then I don't really see or hear from them any other times. So that was sort of fun to go hang out with some people. But my social obligations are done for the week. So today and tomorrow are normal streaming days. So now, while I was waiting for the meetup to start, I ended up adding in one more of the test cases here. So we have should update book, and that is basically I added that in. Good morning, Unreal Realities. What was some of the interesting topics discussed in a meetup? So it wasn't really a talking meetup; it was a demo meetup. So there was let's see, one person did several demos, a lot of them sort of like art with code. So he basically forked the Nano project, which has been unmaintained for like 3 or more years, and is currently working to bring that back up to modern times to try to revive it. And apparently, there's somebody else who's doing the same thing with him. And one of the items that needs to be done is uh, switch the async runtime uh, to Tokyo, which is like okay, that's a big thing. Um, Nano's a sort of like art with code type thing. It's think of like processing if you ever heard of that, or P5JS, something like that, but for Rust. I've not used it. I ended up using GGEZ a lot, which is sort of like in that same vein. There was somebody else who worked on his day job is working for a company that makes autonomous robot lawnmowers. So they use Rust a lot. And he gave his talk was like a rant on the as keyword. So like using as to convert from one type to another is and the dangers of that, especially if you're like are working in numbers and need to be super precise. And like there's the problems that can come with as and like what that really means. Bullfirst Dad, good morning. I guess like good afternoon, but good morning. How are you doing today? Startup Builder, hello. I don't really have a website command. I guess the closest one that I have would be this one. So I can here's a link to that website. Really tired, but you finished that base 64 code you talked about for your professor. Nice. Um, that's pretty awesome. So is it now like working a lot? Did you improve like the working of it, like how it works, or was it just like a refactor of the code? Stacking, hello. Good morning. How are you doing today? We got a possibility of CRM having a breaking update fresh from Discord. Hold on, aren't I in this? Am I in that Discord? I'm in a lot of Discords now, and I muted so many channels because it was getting really overwhelming. Okay, so not that one. I am not in that one. I'm in the Tokyo one. I'm in the U one. I'm in a bunch of content creators and some games. I'm in the N algebra one or DimForge. Yeah, so like I'm in a lot of ones, but not that one. So ooh, okay, CRM having a big update. I wonder what that's going to be about. Both for that, you refactored it, but you also made it O of 1 in memory rather than O of n. Oh, nice. Did that um oh, my Discord. I thought you meant like on the Discord that CRM uses. Well, that's silly me. I looked at everywhere for like little dots next to it, and I just ignored my own. That's awesome. Thank you, Stacking, for that. Um, okay, yeah. Is there is there a way for me to how do I turn on streamer mode on on a thing that I'm not on? That'd be nice. I have no idea how to do that though. Because then I could show because like I think the Discord updated recently where if you turn on streamer mode, it like hides some names or it does some things that are nice. But I have no idea how to properly do that. But yeah, okay. So somebody basically said, is there some error with CRM commands that it's not being updated? Ooh, and we've got the memory improvement just came from not using malloc since there really was no reason to save the output to memory like that. Interesting. Yeah, if you don't really need like memory like to store stuff in memory, then like yeah, there's no need to. I can't. Can I click on that? Like that's really hard. It's a literal screenshot. I can't read this from the screen from the screenshot of the screenshot. Um. Okay, so oh, this is the code. It's not showing the error, or it's okay. So okay, so basically everything worked, but the thing didn't update in the database. Ooh, yeah, I don't know. So let's see. There wasn't an error when compiling or running. Just the row didn't get updated. Yeah, usually if the row doesn't get updated but it compiles, that that feels like there's a SQL problem being created. And there's a way to with CRM to print out the SQL statement that it was going to do, and that's probably what I would start with is saying, okay, now print that out so we can see what it's trying to do, and then go recreate that in like PSQL or something like that, and just see like, hey, does this work? Okay, so I have update. So then the last one is going to be delete. So it should delete book. So what I'm thinking of is that we know we just ran the seed. So I should be able to delete ID of one and then just verify that it's not there. And then that should be fine. Which means we need to go write the delete. I guess it would be helpful if I took in the book ID, wouldn't it? Um, Error return from database, syntax error at or near books. Okay, so I don't like this anymore. We don't need that many. You can be all one line. Okay, so delete. Oh, is it delete? It's delete from books, isn't it? Expected parentheses. Found. Oh, yeah. I don't need to run the OK in here. We do something like that. There we go. Okay, so delete book. Head back to you. And we'll call delete book in here. Okay, so if I get, I mean, I could get the first book ID. So like I could get the book to verify it's really there, but we know it's there. Do that. What I would like to do is verify that we didn't delete too many books. So I still want to see that there's what, 5 books left. Oh, but we can get the count of this. Okay, so let um so we could select count from books, just that. And oh, we need to execute it, do all that stuff. The column count does not exist. Is it a function? Okay, so now we have a record, and then I want to assert equal that result dot count unwrap that you're equal to 5. Oh, I thought that was gonna be just closing the buffers on the right hand side, not the ones on the left hand side too. That seems a bit odd, but okay. So what? Where am I? I'm in. Oh, you were over on this side. So let's open up something down below, I guess. Uh, and then we can maybe remove. So move you over here. All. Well, that's too bad. Okay, I thought I could move both the like top and bottoms. Okay, I can fix this. Close you. And I want to open up a new one here, like that. Now it's too bad I can't hide. I can't basically do full screen with two things. That would be really nice. If I could basically just, well, I guess I could resize, right? Could resize and do something like that. Yeah, that works. You failed. Oh, left and right. Okay, so left was 0, right is 5. Okay, so I apparently did the count wrong. We can try this again. So I want to select counts. So I tried star from books. I don't have any books in here, so that would obviously cause problems. Let's put a book in here. Actually, we could just run the seeds. Let's just run the seeds. It's not project, it's package. There we go. Okay, so we got 6 of these. So if we come back to here and we run, okay, yeah, select count from books should give me 6 here. Let's figure this out and then ping you responded on Discord so we can try. We could look up the command to print out the SQL statement because I think that would be the next thing to look into. Okay, so that works. What did I do wrong? Select count from books, right? Select count from books. Well, if there's no more books anymore and it's a 0, it's because my delete book probably deleted too much. If I comment this out and we run our tests again, oh, okay, so then it's not that. I didn't delete too much. My count is wrong. We can try, let's see, so select query. That feels odd. Wasn't that just trace? No, it's right here. So we're asserting that this result account that we get back should have 5, but for some reason it's not. It's doing something else. If I take this exactly as it is, and we throw it in here, what's the difference? That still gives me 6 here. I am getting just 1, so fetch 1. So that gives me the record. So result dot what do you have in here? We have count, which is an option I64. I mean, I could try that. But I don't think it's going to change anything. I think it's going to be the same problem. Right, some 0, some 5. So it successfully runs and finds 0 things. Oh, no. Okay. It would help if I successfully ran the seeds. I bet that's what it was. I bet if we I bet now this will work. There we go. Okay. Need to actually run the seeds for real. And not just say that I'm going to run seeds. So basically, my guess is because I didn't put the dot await on here, it's sort of like missing the dot await in JavaScript. I'll say yes. Hello. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. It's like, okay, start running this, but don't wait for it to be done. And so by the time it's finished putting in the seeds, everything else is done and it's probably dropped the database. And so none of it actually happens and works. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't error out saying like, hey, I couldn't finish running the seeds. But I guess like it also finished the program by that time, so there was nothing for it to yell about. All right, let's save this. Exactly MF. Good luck. Good luck. Hello. Good morning. I don't know what that was about. Okay. So we have the question in CRM. I want to go find how in CRM to print out the query. That's I think important. Lemons or limes? Yes. I grew up in a place that had lemons, like a lemon trees, and no limes. So if I had to choose one or the other, I would probably go with lemons because I grew up with them. I like them. Let's see. Okay, let's go to C. Yeah, SQL. That was a surprising long amount of time for it to load. And I don't want CRM, do I? I want CORM. How about you? Lemons or limes? Can I get the SQL? Get the raw SQL query. That's exactly it. Use build and toString methods on any CRUD operations to get this database specific raw SQL for debugging purposes. So if we have something like this, oh, okay, so this is assert equal. So I can get the result of this to do that. Okay. All right, so putting in here, can you try using this? To string. Oh, I guess it gets after build. I don't see a build on there now. So using build and to string. Can you try using .build and toString to get the raw SQL that is being generated and printed out? It might help determine what the problem is. That trick, no matter what ORM you're using, sometimes even Query Builder, that trick can help out a lot and help sort of like figure out like what's going on, because it's like, oh, like do all this stuff and like fill in ID equals like undefined, or you know, just empty string, or something like that. It's like, oh, okay, that's what's going on. So it couldn't match. All right. Startup Builder, don't use Chat GPT. Um, what's the reason for that? I haven't used Chat. Well, I guess I used systems that use Chat GPT sometimes, but I don't use it too often for like normal things. Rebel Decibel, hello, good morning. I am doing good today, thank you. How are you doing? All right, back to this. Uh, we have, okay, so this was delete book. So that's okay. So this is CRUD for books. Now, so if we quit out of this, let's go into tests. Can I move assessment to books, like test books.rs? And when we run test that, okay, that runs them all. So now if I do Helix test authors, let's try running a test here. Okay, so should like create an author. Oh, you're not giving me any help. That's not good. Okay, startup, but why? Why shouldn't we use ChatGPT? Um, am I only allowed to have one major test? Because then you become a bad coder. Uh, I think it's more nuanced than that. That was a good question. That was like actually I was thinking about like maybe it was a maybe you had written a bot startup. But yeah, so ChatGPT, if you use it as a crutch and you basically blindly accept whatever it says, then yeah, it's gonna lead you down a really bad path. And the reason for that is because ChatGPT doesn't like think of it as somebody who has memorized a lot of stuff. He's read all the blog posts, has read all the articles, all the tutorials, all the documentation for all of the things. Um, doesn't understand a word of it, but sort of like knows how to speak English, knows the word, knows the rules of like how things work, and can like respond, but doesn't actually know if they're right. They just know it looks like the other things that it's supposed to look like. Uh, and they're the most confident person in the world. Like nothing can break their confidence. That's ChatGPT, and so when they give you code snippets, the code snippets look right on the surface, but the problem is that you end up usually needing to have some skills in programming to determine whether or not they're right or wrong. And uh, there was there was a really good post on Twitter by Salvador, I think. I don't remember anymore. I don't have it up on this computer, so I can't bring it. But basically, they were saying, look, we use ChatGPT all the time, um, and it's great, but you have to know the answer. You have to know the right answer, essentially, when you're using ChatGPT. Otherwise, or at least you have to know enough about it to know if it's bullshitting you, which means that if you're learning it from scratch, it is not going to help because you don't know when it's right or wrong. You need to find somebody you can trust and they get you going, bootstrap you up, and then you can start using it. I don't remember the last name. I just remember the Salvador, something like that. Oh, is that the creator of Redis? I can actually bring. I have my phone. I can bring it up here. Of course, I'm not following, so it's that's gonna make it hard. Oh, but maybe I have it from last night. I didn't scroll too far down. Maybe. Oh no, I'm wrong. It starts with an S, but definitely not. It is Santiago. So definitely not creator of Redis. And that shows how good I am with names because I I use I mistake names. Like it's like it starts with the same letter. That's the same, right? But yeah, end result is ChatGPT or any other AIs are great if you know what you're expecting. Santiago, Salvatore, same ballpark. I mean, we're starting with the two first letters. I've got that. Like that's 40%, 50, 60% of it, right? Like if we're playing Wordle with names, like I'm starting off with a good word there. I've got some green. I'm still of the mindset though that what we're moving towards is everyone creating slash customizing a sort of like a personalized LLM style AI of their own. And so it wouldn't be ChatGPT you're using, it'd be like your specific one just for you. That then you like if we're as developers, we would then be tweaking them and upgrading them and making them really good for us. And then maybe they can help teach programming. But again, it has to be made for that. Okay, so should create author. So I'm a little bit concerned about this. Let's try this. If I do an assert equal and we do like 1 and 2. So like this should fail, right? But I'm getting no help here. You're yelling at me. You're not even yelling at me about like not having file not included in create hierarchy. You're in the test file. Can't I create multiple tests? Or is that not something I could do? Hold on. So, oh, yeah, that's definitely not going to work. Test authors, go into tests. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. What? Okay, import you. Import you. Ooh. Import you. And then you're going to be. Okay. Yeah, so apparently it doesn't work if you don't put it into the right directory. Who knew? Okay. Ping will get back to us tomorrow to let us know what the SQL problem is. All right. Let's see. Okay, so should we create author, blah blah. Okay, so create an author. So exactly the same thing. To me, this is going to be part of like build and burn, right? Like, yeah, it's the same. It's exactly the same stuff as books, but I think that it's important to just like do it over and over and over again. So let's actually go create that. You have a little talk about leaving a personal project on a work computer. Yeah, it's I can if you're learning it for work, as in you are being paid to learn it, then I think it's okay in that case. It's okay in the case that you are like a work paid for your course and you're learning it because like you're using Rust and work and all that stuff. But you're right. If it's not that and it's just your personal one, Uh, don't, don't. To avoid the getting yelled at by HR, just work for really small companies that don't even have an HR. Then you're fine. So we should seed. So I want to seeds run, and it's the pool, and wait this time, and we're good to go. Yeah, it's true. Small companies can still outsource it, but my experience is that those outsourced companies don't actually care about anything at all. They don't really do anything besides payroll and that kind of stuff. But I've had no luck talking to like they've never contacted me for anything. It's more of like, hey, I noticed that you did this thing. Can you just not do that again? It's like, sure, yeah. And that's usually from like your boss. Is it thread RNG? I could swear it was like thread something. Like, yeah, okay. I swear sometimes Rust Analyzer gives me different results if I like just try at different times for autocomplete type stuff. And I would really love to remove the snippets that Helix has. I should probably look into like, can I do that? Okay, so ask GPT. Um, oh, yeah, we could. So like here, I'll show you a way. My thing. I don't even have ChatGPT opened up right now, but so I use Find a lot. So we can use Find. So like, I'm using Helix editor. I get a lot of snippets in autocomplete suggestions. Please help me remove the snippet suggestions. Let's see if it can help me, and then we'll the big thing is like, okay, you can't really you can't really blindly trust anything coming from an AI. So it's more of like part of it is like using it almost like a Google. So this is suggesting. So it's first saying like, hey, I couldn't find anything about that in the language thing, which is like, I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Um, so it's suggesting, hey, maybe you can update the language server itself. That's fine. And then yeah, like a lot of this is just like there's no way that auto pairs configuration will control that. Now they do have some good links here. So we have links to a discussion, how to do custom snippets, which I know that's not supported yet. Just the configuration itself, and more stuff for language server type things. So yeah, it's wasn't really all that helpful. I don't actually think I can yet. But maybe I'll actually take a at the next update, I believe there's gonna be a lot of changes to language server stuff, and I think that's when we'll do a serious dive into like updating our language stuff here, and maybe we can turn off the snippets part of it because I don't want to lose everything else, which I think is what would happen. Okay, new name, alphanumeric, a sample string. Oh, and then we want let's just do 8. I want to run the create function, so I need to get that now, which means we need the authors file. Oh, for this one, I probably want an author ID. So we'll just return that. Okay, so that gives me a PG row. Oh, I need a returning. Returning, that's why. Okay, so that should do it for create author. Okay, so we get a new name. We will await and question mark you. That should give us the I-32 as the created author. Now I want to connect to the database again. Grab this. Okay, so this is going to be but I need a type here. Actually, I could just try to get the name, can't I? Ah, no, this will be fine. Okay, so that gives me the test author here, and then just um we can do an assert. And that should be fine. That should get me the thing. Oh, I need to save all. Ooh, what are you upset about? Oh, it needs to be not a full string. It needs to be a skirt. Okay, how about that? Okay, so it's running test books. Wait a second. Did you not run those tests? Okay, so running unit tests. Oh, and look who's here. In the box. Okay, so we're getting all of the book tests. But it's not trying. Oh, here it is. It got lost in all of the green and white. Okay, should create author. Okay, perfect. Next up. ISIC function should. What should this do? So create author should get one author. Yeah, let's do get one first. So should get one author. So in this case, we don't actually need the seeds to run. I'll make it a little bit faster. We can put you in there. Okay, so we run the seeds. Now let's get the first author. Oh, and we know who that should be. So we need to go write. We need to go write the thing to actually get it. It's gonna be something like get. It's surprisingly hard to write these days. Rust analyzer for things that don't exist because then the types don't help you. So we're gonna go just write it. So I need an author. Okay, so that should give me the author here, and then we can just return it. Struct is like an interface or a type definition. It's a more of a type definition. So, uh, yeah, it's more of a type definition. So I'm basically saying, okay, I want this object, which we're naming author here, and it's gonna have these fields, like these fields on it. So like I guess you could almost see it like an interface, but this is it's like the corollary would be closer to a class than an interface. Also, hey Zoe, you moved back over to your scratching pad. Okay, so we create the author and I return the author. So back to you, test author. So I want to let author equals get author by ID. There we go. Let's get ID 1. So author dot. Oh, those need to be public. Author ID should be equal to 1. Author dot name. You are not spelled correctly. Now that should be that. Okay. Okay, so you should be happy. Okay, I saw the two author tests pass. Nice. Next up is going to be get all authors. So I might as well just go. If I'm if I'm writing the code really beforehand, let's just do them all here. I guess like we don't really need a semicolon at the end of these SQL statements, do we? All right. We should have 6 authors as well. So let's see. There's 6 of them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we can create all of the tests here. You're gonna need to be public. So we will create test. We'll create the test authors. I can loop through these. So we'll assert your length is 6. Then we will. Actually, you know what we should do? We should assert that your length is the same as test authors. So okay, then we do for author and authors. We do need, we can do an into iterator and enumerate this. Okay, then everything should be the same there, and we should be good to go there. Everything good. I'll just get all authors. Okay, so that was get all authors. Next one is update author. We're gonna set name. I did the opposite way. Oops. There we go. Now you're happy. So let's get an author, update it, and then make sure it's different. So now we already tested one author, so I could just get one author. So get author by ID. Get author by ID 1. I want to make you mutable. Say author.name. Let's push just the character bang onto it. Okay, so we did those two. Then we should be able to update the author. So we'll have update author. You're the ID or the name? I think you're the ID next. And then the name is going to be the new author.name. I want to get the author again so that okay, so now we get those and then we compare them together. So the author ID should equal the updated author ID. Author.name dot push mismatch types instead of the it's itself. I can just do that. Okay. Okay. So we're good there. And then finally delete an author. Good. Delete author. So in this case, I just want to delete it and then verify that we cannot find it. So it should be that should cause an error. Ooh, we should probably return an option. So this'll be fun. This might break the other tests. So I want author to be. Actually, we want to just delete it first. This is probably going to cause a failure because I don't think it's returning an option. We should definitely return an option here. So it's that one. So now I want to assert equal that deleted author is a none, which you are going to yell at me because there's no way that can be a none. So we need to go to get author by ID. And then you're going to have to return that as an option with an author, which means query as. Now we can fetch. There's a different one. It's fetch optional. Execute the query and returns at most one row. So it kind of just does it for us, and we don't have to like check for this. So it's perfect. I think this would have crashed if it had failed to find it because it's returned exactly one row. So if it couldn't find anything, I don't know what it would return. But okay, if we do that, I believe this is going to cause others to fail now. Yeah. So test authors, line 36. Yeah, a bunch of errors in here. So assert equal author IDs. These are options now. So this is get one author. So you should be here. So we should be able to unwrap you. Should update an author. So get author by ID. Again, you should be there. So we should be able to unwrap you. Let's see, binary operation cannot be applied to type option author. Author doesn't implement standard debug. Oh, okay. I was really hoping that I can like check this, but I think what we want to do is just assert like that. Is none. And so then before forgetting that, I want to do the same exact thing to the books. So here, okay, so should create a book. That should be fine. Should get one book. This is where this should be an unwrap situation. So if I just do that, you're going to be upset. So now we need to go get one book. you become an option like that. You fetch optional, that fixes you. Wait, really? You're just okay with that now? Oh, because I wasn't fetching. Okay, so get all books, update book. I was just getting back from here query as, but I could do this as like a lot easier. Should delete book, and then you should say, okay, so we try to do like an account like this, but I don't need to do that anymore. Oh wait, I probably do want to do that. I probably want to delete. Okay, so we delete that. I think I want to keep this the same name as the other ones. Let me update this first. ID 1. Okay, so you should be happy, and then, okay, the rest of those. I want to go back to books here. And so instead of get one book, I wanted to have this be get book by ID, which I could do a rename symbol, get book by ID. And I think that changes everywhere. Yeah, so showing test books is no longer saved. So right all. If we head back to test books now, yeah, it's now get book by ID. Nice. Okay, so we're happy there. That's good. Wait, so that was delete. That was delete in test authors too. Yeah, so should delete book. That's everything. That's all the simple CRUD. So what's next? What's left is the joins. Oh, I want bulk. I want to do the bulk insert. So I want to insert a book with its author at the same time. So that's a bulk insert. I want to insert. I want to do a many to many join too. So that would be that's sort of next. All right, perfect. But it's 8:26. I don't really have time to get into those right now. So let's go ahead and save off what we have. All right, so we can, let's see, testing all CRUD operations. We'll get that pushed up. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else going on right now. And yeah, so I think that's going to be it. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. Let me put on my closing screen. So I'll be back online today at around 2:30 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll continue working on this. We'll get the we will start working on the bulk inserts, and then we'll work on yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping that by the end of tomorrow we'll have this assessment done, tested, and sort of like set up and configured, and then next week we I gotta start like actually doing serious planning of how to run this thing. So run this thing, sell it, all that fun stuff. So we're getting close. So with that, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Oh, sorry, Twisted Seed. Yeah, we're literally ending right now. Well, maybe next time. All right. Have a good day, everybody. See you next time. Bye.